Welcome to our show today, Plant-Based Nutritional Fitness with Clean Machines, Geoff Palmer, Vegan, Part 1 of 2, right here on Supreme Master Television. When you think about building muscle, the first topic usually discussed is protein. This is because there has long been a misconception that building muscle requires a lot of protein. On today's show, we will hear from natural bodybuilding champion and vegan, Geoff Palmer, and go beyond the vegan stereotype of needing a huge amount of protein to build muscle. Geoff Palmer is the founder and CEO of Clean Machine, a plant-based all-natural fitness nutrition company. Let's meet Geoff and find out about his transition to going vegan and how he got into the fitness nutrition business.
I became vegan in 1985, March 15th of 1985 to be exact. I was going through severe depression and attempted to take my own life. I was very unhappy. I lost my father and my mother and my brother at a young age. So it was a lot of emotional stress for me. And I finally found somebody to help. And when I did, it just released it. And behind all that sadness was a lot of love. And that love was just so overwhelming and powerful for me. I felt so grateful to have someone help me lift this pain and suffering that I was going through. So I sat in meditation all night long, just asking in gratitude, how can I give this back? How can I pay this forward?
The sudden joy of walking out of the darkness of depression enlightened Geoff. He realized that happiness wasn't what one got out of life, but what one gives to life. Geoff was reborn as a person and knew that he wanted to spend the rest of his life serving others and sharing with the world his knowledge of how to be happy. Geoff called this an inside-out transformation to distinguish it from the outside-in transformation that people usually make after reading a book or watching a video, for example.
And my higher self just spoke to me and said, stop harming the animals. You don't want to suffer. You're glad that you're no longer suffering. The animals don't want to suffer either. So it just was automatic. I quit drinking, quit smoking, quit doing all animal products in one day. It was just it was done. I was clear. And I dedicated the rest of my life to trying to help educate people and bring good products and health and nutrition understanding to people so that they can make the changes and feel the wonderful feelings that I felt, knowing what it's like to be free from suffering and to be free from committing suffering to other innocent beings.
Being a long-time vegan meant many challenges in an era when vegan cuisine was not widely available.
So, I kid that the options back then in 1985 were cardboard, sawdust, or rubber. Those were my choices of flavors for the vegans. Now, we've come a long way, and we've got amazing different products, many of which I've tried in the Loving Hut locations that are just amazing. The flavors, the textures have so improved. So it was a big challenge back then just to try to find foods that I felt comfortable with. But to be honest, it wasn't really that much of a challenge because I was 100% all in. I was going to make it. If I had to eat carrot sticks the rest of my life, I was going to do that because I was doing it for the animals.
Welcome back, dignified viewers. Geoff has since dedicated his life to informing others about veganism and nutrition.
The first thing that people ask me when they find out I'm vegan is, where do you get your protein? My response is something that usually leaves blank faces, which is the same place that you do. And they're like, no, I eat meat. And I said, yes, but that protein doesn't come from that animal. All protein is only made by plants. All of the nutrition, fiber, carbohydrates, essential fats, essential amino acids are only created by plants. I take that back. There's some bacteria that can create that too as well. But The plants is where we get that from. All animals get that. If there were no plants on this planet, there would be no animals, including humans. The question then arises is, why are we feeding all this plant nutrition, all the vitamins and minerals and essential fats and protein, carbohydrates and fiber to an animal and then killing the animal and taking all of its plant nutrients? If you go right to the source, it's more efficient, it's more profitable, it does less damage to the animal, less damage to the environment, the world that we live in, and less damage to your own body.
In addition, based on his background in biopsychology, Geoff speaks of the stages of emotions the new vegans can experience when transitioning to a higher way of living and shares his advice.
I think understandably, when a lot of people have that light bulb moment, like, oh my God, why did I not see this before? And they feel lied to. They feel like, somebody didn't tell them the truth about what was really going on with the animals. And through our marketing and through the advertising, you see the burgers on there, but you don't see the death and destruction behind it. And I think that's a really rude awakening for a lot of people. So there's an initial experience for a lot of new vegans and vegetarians to say, oh my God, and feel angry. But I really want to try to be there as a long-term vegan who has gone through that stage of being very angry and upset. It is very vital and it's very important that we create change quickly. We're talking about 2.7 trillion animals killed every year for food. This has got to stop for the climate, for the animals, for the suffering, for all of the good reasons. But when we come out of an angry place, it can put off people. So I think there's a lot of new people to the movement who are still going through this angry stage. And it's understandable to be angry when you find out the horrors that are going on to the animal kingdom. But I try to encourage people as a long-term vegan to say, let's bring up our light. Let's bring up our love. Let's show as an example what health, what physical fitness, what a good, healthy lifestyle can do, and share that love in a way to inspire people to come to the movement rather than hold that anger inside and reflect on the movement from that way.
Thank you, Geoff Palmer, for promoting veganism to the public. You are a gift to animal people. Insightful viewers, during this crucial time of heaven's judgment, the shepherd is waiting for the return of the lambs who have lost their way. Please pray for heaven's guidance. Our most gracious and beloved Supreme Master Ching Hai is unconditionally committed to save all those who give up the barbaric habit of meat eating. Please repent and change to the compassionate vegan diet.
Just turn vegan, you turn. And everything else will be wiped out. I will have the power to do that. I will wipe out everything.
Thank you, Master.
Whatever they have done before, it will be all forgiven. But I need them to cooperate. That's all. Just turn vegan and repent. That's all I need. That's all I need as an excuse to help.
Yes.
Then they will never have to go to suffer in hell. Even if they might not have enough merit to go to heaven, they can be reborn again and enjoy human's life in health, happiness, and a sufficient life.
Yes.
But I can take them all to heaven if they just be vegan and repent. This is not a big condition, is it?
No, it's not.
Normally they should do that already anyway.
Yes.
They should be vegan.
To learn more about Geoff Palmer, please visit cleanmachineonline.com, facebook.com/Geoff.Palmer.351.
Vegan. Take the weak, innocent under your wing.
Luminous viewers, thank you for your company today.